Hello ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. This is HD Starcraft and I'm back for Game 3 for the semifinals of DreamHack Valencia, and the winner of this of course is going on to the Grand Finals. And my insanity, Stardust, is in the red color in the bottom right hand corner of Whirlwind. His opponent is of course EG Jaedong, the blue Zerg, in the bottom left hand corner of the map. The series is currently tied up at 1 apiece, and Jaedong starting off the set a little shaky, but getting back his confidence in game 2, changing up his build, did not go for mutas and went for something a little bit more, I guess you could say, conventional on the ground. And he was able to hold off that army, he was able to hold off the all-in. So now the question becomes, is Stardust going to change it up? Because now I feel like maybe Stardust thinks, you know, the kryptonite has been discovered. Will he continue going for that aggressive ground strategy? You know, he doesn't necessarily need to go for the delayed 3-base attack or even a 2-base all-in. He could actually do this all off of 1 base. I think I've seen him do that before against Jaedong in the Grand Finals, and that was on Akalon Waste. I think he went for like a 5-gate on 1 base all-in. So he still has that trick up his sleeve, and no matter what Jaedong does, he cannot get Hydras out before an attack like that happens. Jaedong is, well, he can, you know, I guess I'm overestimating, but he can get Hydras out, but it's hard. And I think if Stardust wants to, he could certainly do a 1-base all-in, or he could try, oh, God forbid, he could try going for a standard game. I don't think I've ever seen him play straight up in a PvZ before. So this is going to be interesting. And for those of you guys who are wondering, Stardust defeated Elfie in a PvP in the round of 8 in the quarterfinals. I casted that game as well, so do check that one out. And anyways, we'll see what happens here. Man, Stardust, I don't know what is going on, but your Nexus is non-existent. And let me go, yeah, there we go. Nope, it's gone, and it's back. I don't know what the hell is going on. It might be getting worse, I have no idea, but try to get that fixed. Here comes some Zerglings for Jaedong, though. Whoa, very quick Zerglings for Jaedong, in fact, and he is going to be hatching. This looks like a 10 pull from Jaedong. Is he just gonna straight 10 pull? I mean, he is gonna expand out of this, but this is kind of weird. And he is actually gonna be able to get these Zerglings. Oh my god, he's gonna get them in because Stardust went for a Nexus first instead of going for the Forge before that, and Jaedong gets in through the front door. What an incredible start for Jaedong. He's gonna be able to take out this pylon. If this pylon goes down, oh my god, Stardust has to bring all of his probes off the line. Now there is a second pylon up here, so Stardust can complete the wall, but it's pretty hard to make a wall when you're not making any money. He has no income right now. He does have 200 minerals. He needs to make a photon cannon. Photon cannon number 1 is on the way. Meanwhile, these probes trying to go back to mining. A Zergling pack is just running around inside the main base. Now remember, 2 Zerglings, you can deal with that. 3 Zerglings is a little annoying, but 6 Zerglings or more is almost impossible for Protoss to deal with. This is going to take everything Stardust has in his book in order to deal with this. He is going to have to try to micro these probes like he's never microed them before. He's already lost 1. Killed a couple of Zerglings as well, and Jaedong is just going to send them on auto attack. It looks like he was able to kill off a couple, maybe about 2 or 3 probes going down for 2 or 3 Zerglings, certainly worth the trade. And Jaedong, all he really wants to do is just keep 2 alive, about 2 alive or so, just enough so that they are a threat in Stardust's main base. And yeah, there we go, just going in and sniping and then running them away, so that he can continue to be a thorn in Stardust's side. And finally, Stardust has to send that Zealot back home. He finally produced one, actually, out of that gateway at the front door. Thankfully, had his pylon going down, I think he might have just straight up lost this game because, no, actually he still has a pylon here powering that gateway, so he would have been able to make the Zealot regardless, but still, not a good start for Stardust. And Jaedong, you know, fist pumping all the way back to Korea here if he wins this game, I think, although he still has to play the Grand Finals, obviously, but, maybe fist pumping in his chair right now because he's got to be pretty stoked about how this game started off for him. And if we look at the units lost tab, the Protoss losing almost double in resources to the Zerg, and Jaedong is at 43 supply over 27. So really what this does, what, you know, going in here, disrupting the mining, killing off probes, it sets up Jaedong properly so that he doesn't have to deal with any shenanigans by Stardust. I mean, if Stardust wants to go for that, you know, all-in strategy now, it's going to be a lot weaker. It's going to come later because he has to replenish probes first. Everything just gets delayed when you lose that many probes in the beginning of the game. So obviously, I think Jaedong here is going to be feeling very confident, but I don't think I mean, it's going to be important here for him to not feel overconfident. He still has to be wary about that ground-based all-in, and I think you know, at some point he might want to cut drone production and then just start producing en masse roaches and zerglings just to prepare, because if ever Stardust is going to go for an all-in, hell yeah, it's going to be this game. I don't see him trying to recover out of it. I think he's going to just stay on 2 bases, go for everything that he's got, just throw the kitchen sink at Jaedong and cross his fingers and hope that it's going to be enough to propel him into the grand finals to play against Quantakion. That's my theory, and I think right now Stardust is sending out a couple of zealots because this is his scouting style. He wants to see if there's a hatchery there, and he is going to see a 3rd expansion. So if ever he's going to be propelled to go for an attack, I think this is going to be the game. Warp Gate is on the way, Robotics Facility is on the way, +1 weapons is on the way, and I'm pretty sure we'll be seeing a ton of gateways momentarily as well. These 2 zealots are actually doing quite a bit of disruption at the 3rd as a Stalker comes to join them as well. Wow, Stardust here trying to get back on the offensive a little bit, but you know, with that many Zerglings there, I think it's probably best that Stardust just pulls away, retreats, and waits for the rest of his reinforcements to arrive. Overlord now floating in. Jaedong knows how important it is to scout the interior of Stardust's base. We do have a Twilight Council as per usual, plus a Forge on the way as well. So all the usual buildings coming up right here for Stardust. If you guys are wondering why does he get Twilight Council, it's because so he can get +2 weapons. Without Twilight Council, you cannot research +2, and that is part of his strategy. He doesn't go charge, he doesn't get Templar, he just gets +2 weapons. And so that's the strategy here for Stardust. Meanwhile, he's going to try to retreat back here, but it looks like he is going to lose the 2 zealots and maybe even the Stalker, which is obviously not good for him, but it looks like he will be able to just stay safe because he comes in range of the photon cannon. So that Stalker is going to stay alive. Meanwhile, Overseer morphing inside the main base. Of course, when the Overlord is about to die and you go into the cocoon state and you come out as an Overseer, it does come out with full HP, so that's a nice trick you can do to help prolong its HP. And it looks like the Overseer probably going to go down regardless, but nevertheless, a good scout by Jaedong, who I think you know, he doesn't see all the gateways coming, but I think he can probably deduce, okay, it's going to be the same thing all over again. And actually, Stardust is going to go for Blink this time. He is not going to just make a Twilight Council for +2 weapons, actually going to research Blink as well. And this is a nice little twist because I don't think Jaedong will be expecting Blink to be coming out from Stardust. Usually he just expects to see +2/+1, a lot of Immortals, Zealots, and Sentries. But there is going to be Blink, and in fact, not just +2/+1, but +2/+1. I thought that was +2 armor for a second there. But yeah, +2/+1, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 gateways here. And will Jaedong be prepared for this? He is on Hive Tech. He does have Hydras coming out. So yes, Jaedong will have Roaches and Hydras. The strategy, the units he knows that will be able to defeat these Immortals and Stalkers are going to be on the field. But the difference this time around is Stardust has Blink. And I think one of the reasons why Stardust is going for Blink is to counter the Vipers, to counter the ability of the Zerg player to abduct his Immortals. Maybe. I think that's why he's going for it. I'm not too sure why else you get Blink. I mean, obviously it adds you mobility, but when you're dealing with Roaches and Hydras, I think mobility is the least of your concerns. And here we go. It looks like Jaedong trying to move in to intercept this pylon, but Stardust is in position with 2 different forces. He will be able to protect the pylon. He's bringing up another pylon right now. And more reinforcements are coming in. The first round of sentries, in fact, are on the way. A couple of changelings being mixed into the army just for good measure from Jaedong, so he knows what he's up against. And I think Jaedong's going to be feeling pretty comfortable here. He is going to go in with his Roaches and Hydras, and Stardust has to retreat. Force field's finally coming down. That is the problem with the build here from Stardust, is that because he was attacked so early on, and he took so much early damage, he doesn't really have that many sentries. And because he doesn't have that many sentries, he doesn't have that much force fields, and Jaedong was just able to deal a walloping of damage here against Stardust. What in the world is he gonna do now? I mean, he is pigeonholed into this all-in, but the longer he waits, just like Game 2, the more Roaches, the more Hydras and Zerglings come out, not to mention he'll have to deal with Vipers, and the Zerg army will catch up in upgrades as well. So yeah, Stardust in some trouble here, and not paying attention is gonna lose a few Stalkers for free. His army also getting surrounded on the left-hand side as well, and Stardust is going to lose. Oh, he dances with his Immortals! Oh my god, Immortal breakdancing. GG, well played, good luck, call Stardust. EG, Jaedong RC is victorious, and he is going on to the grand finals to play against Quantic for the first place prize of DreamHack Valencia. I will be casting that entire set, I think. So do stay tuned, guys. An incredible set here in the semifinals. I'll see you guys in the grand finals. And this is HD signing out.